All right, thank you one more time. Still here on the program this morning on ITV. We have Mr. Nusa Edo Saige, who is the Assistant Governor Zone 3, District 9141 of Rotary Club International. And he's here to talk about Rotary Foundation. And of course, you remember Rotary Club, one big organization in Nigeria and even, around the globe. Talking about giving helping hands to the needful in the society. So you're welcome to this program this morning on ITV. Now let's talk about Rotary and Rotary Foundation. When we say Rotary Foundation, what exactly are we talking about?
Thank you. Now, Rotary Foundation actually is the economic engine of Rotary International. Rotary Foundation was established in 1917 by Club. Club incidentally was the sixth Rotary International president. Now, Rotary Foundation basically they aggregate funds, to do Rotary work. What are Rotary work? Rotary works are basically charitable, undertakings, across the globe, from a drilling of wells in remote villages, to giving of scholarships, to promoting health, and a whole potpourri, of charitable works across the world. Don't forget that Rotary is the largest single charitable organization in the world, made up of business, professional men and women for the common purpose of doing good to the world.
Okay. Now, you said giving hands to the needful, that's your primary aim in Rotary Foundation. Right. Now, who can actually donate to this foundation?
Thank you. Now, anybody and everybody actually can donate to the Rotary Foundation, but how it works is this. You have the members of Rotary, and you have the honorary members, and you have the non-members, who pull resources together. Those, the non-members who believe in the Rotary cause, Rotary vision and mission, they can, bring funds. There are a lot of people who are non-Rotarians, but do donate. There are various channels for donations, but for the Rotarians who do donate, there are channels for donation, there are avenues for it. For Rotarians, you have the Paul Harris Fellow, $1,000 US, you have the Major Donor, you have the Bequest Society, you have the Paul Harris Society, and a whole lot of, channels, but over and above that, donations are quite simple. You can do it through online. Perhaps maybe write a check. And physical activities too. That embodies what falls under the donation we're talking about. So there are lots of avenues for donation. But like you're answering your question point blank, I think donation is open. To everybody and anybody who believes in Rotary cause. Okay.
Now, for a lot of people, they've always admired Rotary Club International, but the little snag in it is that they don't know how to be part of it. So how can they go about that?
Yeah, it's very simple. See, the way it's so structured, in a manner that you have to get involved through the club platform.
Okay.
From the club platform, then you impact your community, and those are the various structures, from the club platform, then of course, the hierarchy is there, you climb, and basically it's through a club. I'm a member of a club, so all Rotarians, have a club, irrespective of the positions they hold in Rotary. And of course, the ROI president, which is the main boss of Rotary International, he belongs to a club. And of course, don't forget that the clubs actually in their own, strata, they are quite supreme. A club president, has wields a lot of power, but the Rotary International president actually is the boss.
Okay. Now, we're going to take a short pause now so that we can allow Rotary Nusa Edo Saige to really speak more on the Rotary Foundation, because this week is actually Rotary Week for giving free things to members of the society. In other words, Rotary Foundation Week is what we're observing this period. So we'll take a short pause now for a segment, and we'll be right back. All right, thank you so much. Still the program is on ITV, and we're still talking about Rotary Club International, talking about Rotary Foundation. I told you that this week is actually a week set aside for Rotary Foundation. and talking about giving donations to the needy in the society. We have a new entrant into the discussion today. We will have Rotarian engineer Emmanuel Okbaifo, who is the director of Rotary Foundation, Rotary Club Benin. So welcome to this program.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll still have Rotarian Nusa Edo Saige here with us. Nusa, welcome one more time. Now, before you came, we were talking about trying to set the foundation for the discussion. Also talking about foundation as it relates to Rotary. And I asked who can really donate to Rotary Foundation. Perhaps you may want to pick it up from there. Rotarian, yeah.
Anybody can donate to the foundation, most especially Rotarians and non-Rotarians, because we have, for example, Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation. These are bodies that are not even members of Rotary Club, but we get their donations. And any other person in the society who is well-to-do can also donate to this foundation. As a matter of fact, it's for the to help the less privileged in our society by creating opportunities for them, providing water for them, health care, in terms of education. All these are inside the package of the foundation.
Okay. Now, we're trying to look at who can actually be a member of the Rotary Club. Some people perhaps have the impression that Rotary Club is a kind of an elitist, organization. Is it really an organization for the elites in the society? Yeah, I'll direct that question to Mr. Musandra. Yeah.
Well, I've heard this before, actually, but I must say clearly, it's not elitist, but one thing you need to realize is the fact that dues are usually paid. There are some major forms of contributions, that keep Rotary activity or work, going. So, but basically, it's not elitist. But that is not to say that, of course, sometimes you pay for dinner. There are fundraising, like we have the Rotary Foundation month, in month of November. So it's not elitist. It's open to everybody, artisans, professionals, business people, in the academia, what have you, So it's open to everybody. But I might have to just quickly do an interjection with regards to funds, being admitted from anybody and everybody. But one thing about Rotary, even if you are donating funds to Rotary, the source of income must be legitimate. That is to say, Rotary might not, take funds from you if for any reason your funds are probably criminal in nature. So your funds must be legitimate, but beyond that, yes, you can donate. Anybody can donate or support a Rotary cause. Okay. But it's not an elitist club.
Okay. Now, Engineer Okbaifo, what do you intend to do in this month of foundation for Rotary Club in this November? Okay,
November being a foundation month is a month whereby we come together. We have to raise fund, and this fund will be used to cater for our needs. And these are the funds that we use to provide all the necessary things that we want to do for the year, like our projects. In this month, we have the Rotary Foundation month, like we, the Rotary Club of Benin, because other clubs, you have other clubs who's going to do theirs at their own pace. But for Rotary Club of Benin, we are going to give awards out to reputable persons in the society and also members of our club who have done so well in executing some good jobs around, especially providing the social amenities that we are talking about in Rotary. Before the end of the month, to be precise.
Do you have your dates, specific dates? Let's say on the 3rd of November, this is what you're going to be doing. On the 5th of November, you are visiting one or two places. Do you have them out like that?
Yes. Okay. Between 21st and 23rd, that's the proper day for the Rotary Foundation, whereby we'll be going to the district.
24th, 23rd?
Between 24th and 23rd.
Okay, that's 23rd, 24th.
Yeah, 21st to 23rd.
All right.
That's for the district affairs. But when we come back from the district, we, the Rotarians of the Rotary Club of Benin, then we now have our own function, whereby we're going to have a dinner party for ourselves and to others. who are in the society who will be invited for the awards. And we also give this opportunity for some of us, or those people, Rotarians, who want to become Paul Harris Fellows. Paul Harris Fellows is one of the titles we have in Rotary. When you're able to get Paul Harris Fellows as a Rotarian, and that makes you, it places you on a level in the Rotary Club.
Okay.
So I'm getting this is just $1,000.
$1,000?
Yeah, it's getting $1,000.
That's
so
huge.
It's for everybody. Anybody that wants to be a Paul Harris Fellows can easily be a Paul Harris Fellows. So, and in the society also, we have other human, God-given people who gives words from their
hearts. Are you trying to
hearts.
say that Rotary capitalizes on monetary ability? Is that...
No.
Don't we look at integrity of members?
Yes, we looked at the integrity of members.
For us to get such an award, does integrity not?
Yes, that's part of the thing I was trying to come up with. We look at the integrity of individual in the society. People who have done so well, people who have done so well in the society, in their locality, most especially, even internationally. So we approach such persons and tell them, oh, we're going to give you such award because you've done this, we've done that. For example, the one we just did last year or middle of this year, like giving them polio fighters. These are people who gave to polio, to support polio, to support the fighting of polio in the society. So now we are talking about zero polio now. Before we were talking about end polio, now it's zero polio. These people donated, so we give them awards for for their good works in the society.
Okay. Now, let's look at the foundation one more time, talking about making contributions now. I'll direct that to Rotary and Nosa. Now, where can they bring these donations to? Rotary Club, you wanted to give your address, your phone numbers and all that, where they can meet you?
Thank you. First of all, let me just add to what the foundation chair has just said. What he's trying to tell you is that, like, essentially all clubs across the world, have various platforms for raising a fund. The foundation money, which is for November. With regards to your question, yes, you can approach a club, probably the president or any of the officers, and they get your details. Donations, you can go online. www.rotary.org/contributions. You can do it by check, and of course there are other medium in which you can donate, but essentially it's through a Rotary Club platform.
Okay.
That is on the one hand. Then of course, like you're talking about integrity. Integrity is actually is of high premium in Rotary International. When he said we probably get people in society for awards, it does not underscore the fact that it's based on the ability to pay money. No, not at all. Those who have contributed immensely, to doing good in the society, so those are the people that are usually recognized for awards, so that is basically it.
Okay. All right. I think that's about it. Or you have one or two other information that you tend to pass to the public as a wrap up now. Do you have any other thing to say?
I have.
Okay, just go on.
Okay.
No, sir, go on.
Okay. Now, please, like my club foundation chief has just said, Rotary Club, all over the world, the month of November is the foundation giving month. So of course, in no distant time from now, you probably might be getting our flyers. Rotary Club of Benin. Rotary Club of Benin is the mother club. The Rotary Club of Benin gave birth to all other clubs in the South and what have you. So it's regarded as the mother club. So you definitely might be seeing some flyers. Once our activities are in place, kindly, you'll be invited. And of course, the COVID-19 protocols usually are observed, so that you can make an input to improving the society, so that the world will be a better place for each and every one of us. And that is the basic focus for Rotary. And the motto is service above self. And I enjoin you, including my good friend here, to come and join Rotary. It's the largest and most beautiful charitable organization in the world as we speak.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Honorable Nosaido Saigi and also Rotarian Emmanuel Okpaifo. Thank you so much for joining on the program today. Well, that's it from Rotary Club International, Rotary Club Benin City to precise, talking about the month of November, which is set aside every year to do donations to members of the public, those in need. And also, it is also a month whereby members of the public that have distinguished themselves in, specific stratas of life, honored by Rotary Club. So you watch out, you might just be the president. So when the award reaches you, you have to grab it, because it shows that you really benefit, you really, you watch it. So that's what they just told us here. Well, we'll take a short pause. Okay, let's just wrap it up. That's the program for today. This one on ITV. A very big thank you for joining on the program today. And still talking about the U.S. election, we are still watching. So let's keep our fingers and see who becomes the next president of the United States of America. My name is Evans Unokoge. Goodbye and God bless you.